Modesty has its place in life, but in business, you have to speak up and to sell yourself. A surefire way to turbocharge your career is to establish yourself as a public speaker. Modesty or nervousness might be keeping you from sharing your expertise with those who could greatly benefit from it, and maybe even bring your business to the next level. I can guarantee you that presenting your field of knowledge at events is one of the single most powerful tools you can leverage in your quest to become financially independent. My career before I began publicly speaking looks very different from the opportunities I have available today. If I can do it, so can you. I know that it can be daunting when you're first starting out, but that's why I'm sharing with you some of the lessons that I've learned from my own experience in launching a career in public speaking. First, find your niche. Generalists have many advantages in life, especially in small business when they're called upon to wear many hats. But in making your mark as an expert, as a guru and an invited guest, you will supercharge the amount of interest you get by carving out a niche for yourself. Figure out what qualities help set you apart from the crowd. It will give you a competitive advantage and prevent too many others from absorbing all of the oxygen in your given area of expertise. There are plenty of speakers out there talking about entrepreneurship, but how many in your area are presenting about entrepreneurship in the dry cleaning business, let's say, or in data analytics? The more that you can narrow the focus to a stable core of topics, the more you can focus on the highest impact engagements and make the most out of your limited time. Trust social media. It's your friend. Now, you may be skeptical about oversharing or overexposure to your associates, but social media is a major game changer that you can't afford to ignore. Today, you don't need to rely upon the gatekeepers of local media or the classifieds. You can promote yourself in an ongoing conversation with your customers and peers. Contributing value through substantive content on an ongoing basis through multiple communication vehicles takes time and effort, but it will ultimately lead prospective customers to you rather than you having to chase down every lead yourself. In the past, it was difficult to break into the game on the professional level without representation by a professional speakers bureau or agent. The explosion of social media and the steady growth of the internet has unpinned that old social order forever. Don't put all your eggs in one basket yet, especially when you're starting out. You may find yourself needing to accept some engagements for free, and when you do get paid, it will be a pittance compared to what you do in your other business. Don't despair. The power of leveraging multiple income streams is that they don't all need to be roaring rivers at once. If you have enough trickles going, they can ultimately all flow together, generating gushing returns. So don't neglect your other work as you launch your public speaking initiatives. Think of speaking as just one more leg in your foundation to rest on, and look for those opportunity areas of convergence. If you're a writer, use your speeches as an opportunity to draw in your readers. If you record podcasts, guide your listeners toward the events that you'll be presenting at. If you sell CDs or DVDs, you better never give a set of remarks without several copies handy for audience members who approach you after. By drawing upon a full array of income-generating ideas, you can create something truly special and continue to make strides to financial independence. Also, build a stable of ideas. Make sure that you have put the time in to generate a significant supply of content that you can utilize in your remarks and across all of your enterprises. This will mean doing a lot of writing and a lot of thinking. The good news is that the more material you have developed, the simpler it will become to cross-pollinate across all of your communication tools. It doesn't mean being lazy or recycling. It means building up a foundation of your ideas that you can expand upon. For example, your speech might give you some ideas for podcasts or blog posts following up on the same themes. It's important to be proactive about finding your own opportunities. Face it, it is rare to see a help wanted advertisement for a compelling public speaker. If you sit around waiting for the phone to ring or hoping that someone recognizes your talent from word of mouth, you may find yourself waiting a very long time. Opportunity comes to those who hustle for it. So spend just as much time as you do preparing for your speaking engagements as you do generating more leads. This means employing every method available, attending conferences and networking events, organizing informational meetings with colleagues who have succeeded as public speakers, and directly cold call organizations yourself. Be sure to have your 30-second elevator pitch down pat. Here's what you do, here's what you know, and here's why you would be an invaluable person for an organization to hear from you. Don't let the rejections and the dead ends dissuade you. If you persist and hang in there, the opportunities are ripe for plucking. Also, work together. You might see other speakers as your competitors. After all, they are searching for opportunities to present. Obviously, but does their success come at a cost to you? Well, it's all about how you think about it. Public speaking does not need to be a zero-sum game. If you really want to amplify your efforts, team up with a contact in the same or similar field. By merging your networks and working as a team, you may find yourself invited to far more events than you would have if you were isolated on your own as a single individual. Take small steps at first. Launching a new career is similar to getting into a swimming pool. Some of us may like to dive in all at once, but many more of us are more comfortable slowly wading in and getting a feel for the temperature. So don't feel the pressure to overextend yourself at first. This means starting out at venues that you feel comfortable with. An obvious way to start is to present at organizations that you're already a member of and may have contacts within. You may also generate some easy and quick wins by focusing on opportunities in your local area. The odds are that local groups will be happy to host a local speaker, allowing you to build your experience and speaking credentials that you can take and tackle larger clients in bigger and more distant cities. Now, I cannot stress to you how many successful people I have met across the disciplines who have allowed their careers and opportunities to be limited by one fatal flaw. They're terrified of public speaking. These are people who do amazing things routinely, and yet they have found this seemingly simple skill to be a deal breaker. Don't allow nerves to prevent you from all of the opportunities available to those who are willing to speak up and stand out from the crowd. What advice have you found to be invaluable in your world that you can turn into a public speaking fortune? I'm sure there's something. All you have to do is give it a little thought. Be sure to visit my website and register to receive free trainings, inspirations, and more. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. And be sure to always live rich.